Good evening, good evening. I am so excited tonight in New Earth Radio. We have the wonderful and one and only Janice Johnson. So happy to have you, Janice, in the show. It promises to be an awesome, awesome show. Happy to have you here and with your two little animals, Yogi and Gypsy. Holy moly. Haven't we increased our family here at the Funny Farm? I think it's a funny farm, right?
Yes, well, we have Yogi and Gypsy, and Yogi is a bit suffering with the heat. He is like a very, he runs hot. So, hi, Yogi. You want to say hello? Say hello to the audience. And Gypsy?
They're both panting. I think that they need a refrigerated room.
But it's good.
That's good. So, Janice
Summer.
Johnson, intuitive healer, amazing intuitive healer. Happy to be my wife. So excited that you did take some time off this last 4 days, this past
Yes.
weekend to take some me time, and it was amazing. You wanna let us know about your me time? How was
Yes.
that?
Well, it was the best gift that I could offer myself,
Okay.
especially like for me, going to Peru was always my outlet to recharge, to rejuvenate, to do all of that. And I felt that they're gonna fight. This is the funny farm. No, guys, mommy and daddy are having
A
an
conversation
interview
here.
and they're fighting. So just hold that thought. I'm gonna put them in the other room.
Awesome. So
Okay.
these are
So
the little
say bye-bye.
family things that happen all the
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's
So
what
yeah,
happens.
yeah. So it was really exciting. Janice was able to take some time off, and of course, I spent a little time with all the animals and that we have now at the farm, and it was awesome, awesome, awesome. A lot of work, doing things here at the place. It's been an awesome time since late April. We've been working, going on and on and on and on, putting things together, expanding one section, moving to another section, uh, kind of like expanding and making the facility beautiful here at Innzen Wellness to receive everyone. So this is kind of like our launching. We're launching our summertime, even though we have done 3 or 4 hammock meditations, but it's really our official launching of the summer,
Yes.
and we are ready for many, many people, right? Tell us a little bit about your weekend and your me time and all that. It's awesome to know.
So, more often than not, I will recommend people to take some time for themselves and, to kind of, it's so important to have a good self-care routine. And as you know, we are very busy with all kinds of different fun projects, but also when you have a lot on the plate and you're always on the go, it takes a toll on your battery, and you kind of need to step out of your daily routine. Even though we have a wellness center and we have all of that, it was so nice to leave our little sacred space and go explore somebody else's sacred space. So a good friend of mine, Janice McMillan, was hosting a drumming retreat, a 4-day well, it was a 3-day drumming retreat, but she was, because I had never been in her circle, she was recommending that I do a 1 day, like,
Introduction kind of thing.
yeah, like a workshop, just so that I
Mhm.
get to that I would get in the flow of it. And
Right.
it was so nice also to arrive a day before everybody. So I got to play, I got to hug trees, different trees. So it was nice to be on the other side of the spectrum,
Right.
where I was receiving
And you were not
from,
teaching.
ah,
And you were not teaching.
exactly.
Right.
So, and it's nice also to see how another person teaches.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Janice. I mean, she's so awesome. She's pure heart, raw. I don't know. I feel like her and I have a lot of resemblance. So it was like looking at myself in the mirror for 4 days
Right.
and receiving and filling my cup.
Yeah.
So for me, the challenge right now is I'm back home and it's integrating what I got for the last 4 days and being okay taking a vacation for me home.
Mm-hmm.
And, and that's a big test. When you work from home, it would be easy.
You're on vacation this week, right? You're on vacation this week.
Yeah,
So you have
on vacation, but playing on my land. You know
okay.
what I mean?
There you go. Right.
Like it's and to me, like when I work, I don't feel I'm working.
Right.
So it's just allowing that 4 day retreat to be able to integrate itself and really making sure that my cup is full because
Mm-hmm.
as you know, we are just at the beginning of the hammock season. We have two beautiful workshops coming up, and there's a lot of things that are coming up, and there was a lot of big changes that came into Innzen. I mean, we added animals to the equation. So, and those animals need some TLC, and we need to learn how to get to know those animals.
Get to know
I
them
mean,
and get them in the schedule, or basically get the farmer in the animal schedule because they are the ones that demand, right?
exactly. So anyway, it's interesting because the I know you were not uh, born as a farmer, so you're it's brand new for you having farm animals,
Farming and gardening and planting
all
and
of
all
that.
that. Yeah, that's
And you're doing a phenomenal job. I
oh
mean, you're allowing
thank you.
yourself
Thank you, my lovey.
you're allowing yourself to be creative. I
Yeah,
mean, our gardens are definitely not the traditional gardens
yeah, I
that
know.
you're going to find around here, in the sense, yes, the vegetables are the
Mhm.
same, but the way that you put them, there's a purpose of why you designed that, and that probably no one in our neighborhood understand
Why?
why you
This guy
do
is
a
nuts.
circle in the middle of his garden. He's
Yeah,
taking space. Why is he putting
wasted.
flowers?
Yeah, yeah.
So why are you making a circle
In the
in the
garden,
center? And why are you putting flowers?
it just felt that we needed to honor the sun, right? That's what I felt from the beginning, and that's why we got all those colorful yellow flowers to honor the sun and to have a little bit of sacred geometry to organize beauty into our garden, into the things that we do. So
Yeah.
it was just awesome. I'm happy everything's planted and we're just looking at everything growing. And one of the other things is, in my case, right, practicing the Agnihotra, doing the Agnihotra and working with fire. So it's fire and sun. They go together with the puja or the Agnihotra practice, right? Meditation. And at the end, once you burn that, you're left with the cow down ashes. And this time, last year I added it once I planted. This year I planted and I made a little hole around the stem of the plants and I put a spoon of ashes. I had the plants going for more than a week, almost 2 weeks, and the plants still were not grabbing, not grabbing. They were like waiting. They were like not totally there, putting tons of water, nothing. And then suddenly I put those Agnihotra ashes around the stems, and the plants the next day after a good rain, it sucked in all the ashes, the minerals and everything, and the plants went like green, green, green. They woke up. It was like boom, so much energy and minerals into the mix. So very excited with that.
Good. So yeah, so I think the best thing is to walk around and bring you on a tour
That's
of
awesome.
Innzen Wellness. And we still are waiting for the seeds to pop out of the
Right. Right.
of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Some is popped up, but some are not. And before I go out, we do have the little cabin
Mm-hmm.
for solo retreats, and I won't be showing you that cabin because there is somebody in there doing the solo retreat at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we will where we'll be going is,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, we'll go meet Izzy and Oli, um, our little goats, and they love people. So if
The
you're
twin goats.
ah,
The twin goats.
yes, they're little twins, and we have 10 chickens. That those chickens have taught us something. Like we didn't know we had to prepare. I thought it was gonna be the happy little farm. Oh, was I ever wrong?
No.
So Dixie and Pixie,
Well,
whoo,
the
it's
two
not
first ones
like
that
the
we got,
brownies. Huh?
they are the two ones that we bought first. And then we
Yes,
brought
along
eight
with Charlie. And for the
along with
ones
Charlie.
that
Right.
have followed um, my post,
Yeah.
Charlie is now in the
Heaven.
chicken heaven.
In the chicken.
Uh,
Poor Charlie.
Charlie swallowed a rock or something,
Yeah, he
and he
didn't make it.
stopped singing, and he was about a week without singing, and his how do you call that,
The crest, whatever, I don't know how you call it.
the thing on top of the
Yeah,
head?
the top part got purple, lack of oxygen, and then we found Janice's dad to massage the neck and trying to move the stone. It will go up and down, but never will go into the stomach or come out through the mouth. But the next day he was looking much better. He was looking normal. And
Yes,
then 2 days later, he just passed. It was like, oh, little Charlie.
yeah. So
So
little Charlie went to chicken heaven,
chicken
but
heaven.
we still had Dixie and Pixie, and we had ordered 8 more chickens. And won't you know that when we brought those little brownies, because they all kind of look the same, so we gave them a group name, so they're called brownies. Well, brownies, when we put them in, they the Dixie and Pixie became like
Foolish.
very territorial and not nice
Right.
at all. So when I was on my retreat, uh, Pierre took matters into his hands and created a little chicken coop for Dixie and Pixie. So now they didn't behave, so they downgraded the castle to the cabin, right?
Yeah, but they have a chickens galore suite now.
The what?
They have chickens galore suite. We put
Yes.
them in a new.
They're still upset with us because they have
they haven't hatched. They haven't hatched.
So anyway, so we're hoping that this new system will create some peace within the chickens. But hey, man, you put 10 women in the same coop, and that's what happens. You know, they were not that peaceful in Zen. It wasn't Innzen wellness in the chicken coop for a few days, but I think we have found the solution. So we'll bring you to meet the brownies, Dixie and Pixie. They're the cutest gray chickens. Like, they're really cute, but they're en bon français, ils sont picaces. So so we'll go there, then we'll go to the labyrinth, and then I'll show you our new our newest accommodation, which I think you're gonna like, and then we'll go down to Fairyland and to the spring, and I'll share a little bit of my own personal story, why Innzen Wellness, le retour à la source, back to the source, is so important to me.
To us, to both of us.
Yeah, to us, yes. But when I say me, it's because I think about the inner child.
Okay.
You know, my inner child. I don't have a problem to connect with my inner child here, because this is where I played, and this is, you know, like, it's very familiar for me. So
exactly. So why don't you take us on a tour?
Of course.
Yeah, we do that. And as Janice gets prepared for the tour, just wanted to mention that it's so important to take some time out for yourself, be able to take that me time so you can really expand and move away from your daily tasks and activities. And then it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding because it allows you to grow. It allows you to bring some tools into your family, into your friends, and all of that. And I don't know what happened with Janice, but I think she froze.
No, I'm here.
No, you are. Okay. So are you in the internet? Are you in the house internet, or you are in regular internet?
I just switched. I disconnected from the Wi-Fi.
Okay, that's why we had a little stop. Excellent. So here is my precious one, my lovey-dovey, coming out of the house.
I don't know how. I'm just gonna flip.
You just flip your phone. Just flip it around.
So this is the garden. And look at Izzy and Uli in the back. They're waiting. They're so sweet.
Yeah, we can hardly see them because they're pretty far away. I mean, the phone is.
So I will bring you to the chickens first, and then I'll make myself. I'll walk to the back to see them. But so our morning routine, I find, is very heart opening. As the first thing we do is get the animals out and make sure they have water and food, and just connecting with the earth and the animals is such a therapy in itself.
Right.
Hello, brownies. Yes.
And the brownies are very vocal, huh? Yeah? Are you curious? This is a phone. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, anything else? Really? So they all, well, there's 4 of them that are laying eggs right now. So
They
they're
picked up 4
fairly
eggs.
young. So we're waiting for them to
Yeah. Just move back a little bit.
then
Move back a little bit.
oh,
So yeah, it's a little better. So that's their
and
home.
then here is
A new chicken coop with the first 2 chickens that we had. They're
Dixie
gray,
and Dixie.
Dixie and Dixie.
Ils sont vraiment bouillés là. They're pouting. They don't even want to come and see me.
Uh-huh.
Dixie, Pixie, come on. Hello. Come on, guys. You have anything that you want to say? I think she's saying that she's thirsty and hot.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring them water when we're done.
Yeah. Okay.
But these are very curious, the brownies.
Yes, they are.
So Izzy and Uli, they're like not impressed that I went to the chicken coop first because they're the ones that get all the attention.
They are the stars.
Yeah. And I mean, if you've never had a goat kiss before, it's worth having a goat kiss.
Just be careful that they don't eat your nose.
Huh?
Just be careful they don't get you in the nose. So this is Ollie and
Yes, you have to be careful with their little horns. And Uli is the white one and Izzy is the brown one. Now Uli is the jumper. He's the little boy.
let me see if I can change the screen here. Speaker.
Hi. Hi, guys. So this little one, he loves fingers. Hi. The first thing I did when we picked them up, I was like, what are those dangles? And I you're gonna, what? The dangles here, they're called goat jewelry. It was a glance that in like it's a generational trait, and now they don't need the glands, so they're empty, but they're called goat jewelry. So they both have goat jewelry.
Janice, have
Hi.
you verified your phone if you are in just in no internet because it's really bumpy and you should have please check if you're not in the internet, if your internet is off.
Yeah, it is.
It's really bumpy.
It is.
Yeah, but it's okay. Just keep on going. If it stops, just go back again. You have the link.
So I'm just gonna flip the phone and show you where the labyrinth is, and I'll talk a little bit about the labyrinth and what it does. So the labyrinth is an opportunity for you to take time out to go within. So it's when we're busy and our mind is racing, you have to give your mind some food for it to relax and tame itself. And this is good natural food because when you're in nature, you're connecting with the earth. I highly recommend when you walk the labyrinth that you walk it barefoot. So you're really connecting with the earth. And this is a 7th chakra labyrinth. Can you see it?
Yeah, but the transmission is not that great. Huh? It doesn't look that great. Can you just hang for a second and dial back again from the link? Let's see if we do a better connection. Be sure that you're not connected to the house internet. That'll be better.
Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll do a commercial.
Okay.
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 Here we go again. Hey, so yes, this is our funny farm in our place. We are doing, implementing different things. We just got a nice tent that Janice is probably going to show you after. It's kind of like a glamping tent that we have next to one of the gardens, the Buddha garden. So that's something that Janice is going to be showing us. And then the other thing is I wanted to just let everybody know that this July 23rd, 24th, and 25th, I am starting an apprenticeship, a shamanic apprenticeship. So this starts on the weekend of the 23rd of July and then continues on the weekend of the August 6, 7, and 8. So our 6 days to complete the first direction of the medicine wheel of the ascending the sacred spiral. So I really call all the ones that are listening because it's going to be very special. Many training tools, healing tools, but mostly is about our own personal self-expansion. So it's growing spiritually, finding purpose, direction, and this training is for people that always have been wanting to do something different, and finally, they, because of the current situation, they feel that whatever they are, whatever they're doing, doesn't fit them anymore. So they have grown that job. Maybe they've never been happy with this job, and because of this year and a half of isolation, they feel that they want to be more independent. They want to offer something directly to people, kind of like be self-entrepreneur and do their own thing. So that's something for people like that they want to come on board and being of service. We're going to need a lot of healers for a lot of people that are struggling right now. So this is a great training for many, many people. So really, check the website. I'm going to put the link below for you guys to check it out. There's Janice, I hope. Nothing yet. Now, there she is. Hello, Janice. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can
Oh,
you hear me? Is this
yeah,
better?
I can. A little
Yeah.
better. A little better. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
It
it's much
it
better.
might be ah,
Much better.
okay. So I'm not gonna walk the whole labyrinth, but I will definitely guide you through it or explain how the labyrinth works. And it's very simple. It's a simple tool, and sometimes the simpler the tool is, more powerful it is too. So let's turn the camera and I'll show you the labyrinth. So when you first come in, you want to be barefoot, and you see those bells, and you're going to set an intention. And setting the intention is the crucial part of this whole experience, because if you're looking for answers, if you're looking for clarity, if you're looking for healing, or whatever, this portal, this nice vortex of energy that is created from the earth with all the wildflowers, and we have a lot of medicinal flowers in here called yarrow. You see all the white yarrow? That is the medicine. The essential oil of yarrow is a great oil on an emotional level to use as a protector for energetic boundaries. So it's interesting that the whole labyrinth is loaded with yarrow. So you ring the bell and you start your journey. So it is very important that you go within. And if you walk the labyrinth and you're trying to figure it out as you're walking, your experience is going to be very different than if you focus on one step at a time and focus on what's in front of you. And then you're going to go around. It's called the 7 chakra. So there's 7 loops. And you're not going to do what I'm going to do. But I want to speed the process. So I'm just going to jump over to the center to explain to you what the center is. So when you get there, you get to the center of your heart. So I don't know if you can see the center, and it's a heart shape. You can sit here, you can meditate, you can ground, you can let go of what no longer serves you. You leave it right here for it to blossom, just like the flowers in the center. Now, on the way out, you take the same road as you took on the way in. Because on the way in, you unwound, you cleared your thoughts. And on the way out, you're going to pick up your solutions, ideas are going to come to you. You're going to be very relaxed by the time that you're going through. A lot of people are surprised, but they get emotional. They reconnect with their inner child in this labyrinth because it's very wild with the wildflowers. And when's the last time that you walked in a field of wildflowers? And look here, when's the last time that you took the time to strawberries, the fields? I mean, that was, as a little girl, that was my summer vacation highlight, was picking strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and the blackberries. And my grandmother and my mom, they would do what they call trois quarts d'heure. And it was sugar and cream and strawberries, but we needed 2 cups of those little berries. So I would go pick them up. So for me, this is very a good channel for me to reconnect with my inner child. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. I can.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you. I'm not in the screen, but I wanted you to have the full screen. Okay.
So we have a new accommodation here at Innzen, and it's over there, and we'll go take a sneak peek in a little bit to go see what's in there.
Yeah, to the right we have the cabin that we offer as a solo retreat for people that come in and do a solo retreat or a guided retreat as well. I offered guided retreats 3 days, 2 nights. It is a package with also different healing process and awakening processes that I offer. And we use the cabin. And now our new thing is the glamping tent. So this is the new addition. Janice is getting out of the labyrinth.
Yes.
Are you walking the entire labyrinth, or you were jumping?
I'm gonna do like the rabbit.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop.
Yeah, unfortunately, the visuals are not that great. Something with maybe the setup or how the connection with that phone. But anyhow, it gives a little idea of what we have been doing. This is our new addition, the tent, uh, which is for two people comfortably, I think. It's a queen bed, and then there is a small bed on the side. It's a twin, and I don't know how that's gonna look, but that's it.
That's a bedroom. It's our
That-
little glamping tent, and I can't wait to try it myself. What about you, Pierre?
I already tried the beds. They were phenomenal. They're really
Yeah,
nice
but
and cozy. It's really nice and cozy there. Yeah.
yes. And we have this tent set up for as a protector from the little critters called mosquitoes.
Right. Hey, if somebody would
So
like
I
to
don't
have
know,
fun.
Pierre, did you set up
What was that?
a hen?
Uh, in the back? No, there's no hammocks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is maybe I'll set up one quickly and show people how easy and fun it is to be connecting in nature. Huh?
Yes.
So here we have our set of light. The only set of light that we have in setting us, and it's here for a purpose. It's for you to stop, and when you stopped, you slowed your mind, you slowed your breath, then you can go into fairyland. So this is where you make a stop and you take 3 nice long deep breaths. You set your intention while you're in the yellow, and when it's green, you just walk down the path. And as you walk down, this little section we have cleared just this spring, so it's new, and it's we feel there's a lot of ancestral energy. And it was interesting because when we were cleaning, we found at least 20 pairs of shoes, the bar, a lot of bottles, some medicine bottles, which it brought back some memories for my mom and my dad and probably my grandmother. So we got a bottle of Father John's medicine that we found,
So pretty
and
low bottles.
some Raleigh. So we created a little sanctuary of all the bottles that we found.
Yeah, bring it down a little bit.
Uh, B Cupper. So I don't know, Kuiper. I don't know if it's alcohol or, but we did
Medicine.
find medicine. Anyways, so I'm very lucky to have my grandmother still with us. And when my mom shared with her where we were clearing and finding all this stuff, she says, "Oh, there used to be a dance floor in that area." I said, "Oh, they forgot their shoes by the dance floor because we found all the, the shoes." So here, this little section is all different farming tools that we found while we were clearing in buckets and things like that. And we just allowed nature to take over. Look at the fern in the back. It's so beautiful. And since this is our ancestral land or section, Pierre has started a circle, and we are asking the ancestors of this land way before the Acadians were here, but our indigenous culture, the natives. And we see a nice tipi here so that we can reconnect with the ceremonies, their medicine. And it is important for us to honor them, because if it wouldn't be for them, we would not be here. So this is the ancestral area.
Yeah,
And we're
it's a beautiful,
walking.
there's a beautiful energy in that place. It
Yes.
just feels really home. It's a different energy. It's very grounding. It's very earthy. It's not where you're bringing us right now, which is a fairy gardens. There's a big difference between the ancestors feel like boom, and the fairy gardens is boom the other way. So really cool.
So here is fairyland, where we see a lot of butterflies and dragonflies and mosquitoes, but we want to honor the mosquitoes, and we're trying to find what their purpose is. I mean, they're good food for the dragonflies and the bats. We'll put it that way.
And the chickens, the brownies,
So this is the area where we hang all our hemp. Huh?
and the chickens love the
What?
mosquitoes too. The chickens.
Yeah, chickens. And we have deers around, but they're not here tonight. So do you want to talk about the four directions
Yeah,
while
that
I'm
is
here?
our. This is our sacred space, and we have the four trees that represent the four directions, the cardinal points. So the east, facing the east. Then we have the south, the west, and the north. This is where we open sacred space, and we also set up the hammocks in this place. So we have 25 hammocks that we put in these amazing trees that dance with us while we do beautiful songs and beautiful guided meditations. The trees and the breeze participate in hugging everyone that comes into this fairy garden. Is the most amazing feeling to be floating on the air and having beautiful music, the crystal balls, the Native American flute, Native American drum, all these different sounds while Janice is guiding people through the meditation. We have these meditations right now in the summertime. They're Saturdays at 1:30 in the afternoon. And also for the ones that like to enjoy their weekends with their children or families and go boating and things like that in the summer. We also have the Monday at 6:30. I was thinking about moving it to 7, but Janice, I think, it started at 6:30. And that's another day that people can come and visit with us with the hammocks. I think Janice went out, and what did you do? You got us a hammock?
Yes. I'm gonna give you a little demonstration of how you get in those little super duper lifesavers. So really it's a cocoon, And it's an opportunity for you to enjoy nature without being eaten alive with the mosquitoes. So when you come to meditation, you each have a hammock to cocoon in. And this is the area where Pierre and I are. So we guide and we play instruments, and this is where magic happens in this area. So without further ado, I'm gonna get in the hammock because the mosquitoes are loving my arms. And I remove my shoes to earth in the labyrinth, and I don't have shoes, so they're loving my toes too.
Listen,
So how you
I don't
get
envy you. I don't envy you at all because I know
you're in
how
your
hungry they
condition.
are.
So
Okay.
let me quickly show you. So first there's a little bag right here. You see the bag? You put the bag between your legs. There, and you sit. And you make sure that you're nicely centered. And then you're gonna cocoon.
You flip.
This
You
is
have to
the fun.
turn around.
And then you can pick whichever view that you want to have. Because this here gives you the opportunity to see pretty much everything. So I'll turn the camera. It's very comfortable, super easy to get in. For the ones that are wondering how much weight it can handle, because a lot of people will ask, and I will tell you that this particular one that I'm sitting in holds up to 320 pounds. And we have another one that's a double hammock, so it's for two, and it can hold up to 640 pounds. So I think everybody will find a hammock that will fit their body shape size. So that's fun, and it's reassuring for the people that they're not gonna fall if they get in the right way, because some people, even if they know, they can flip it, and it's okay. It's a learning curve. So I will just flip the camera so that you can see how
What you're seeing.
spacey it is and the view. So I picked to face the west just because I love watching the sunset. And this is a great place to settle in. This is also our classroom for our workshop. So our students have a choice: sit, lay back in the hammock, or come in the gazebo with us. But our classrooms, our teachings are done in nature. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I mean it's extraordinary and beautiful over there, and the energy originally the name comes the fairy garden because Janice will have many sensitive children that will come to see her for healing, and one day Janice started walking with them, and they started seeing fairies, and it was one kid after another kid and after another kid, and they will see the fairies. So this was a place where Janice would bring with the kids, and she already knew what was happening. So when the kids will come, they will say, "What was that? What was that?" They started seeing all these little fairies, right? So
Yeah, it was.
it became an awesome place for that. And then suddenly, we have never worked with the land or clean it. The pine trees had the big, huge branches where it was very hard to walk in between the branches. And those trees that were close together, but enough separate enough, is where we cut these old branches and we created a space for the hammocks. So this amazing place that we only could walk in and get there finally, after opening up and cleaning it, it became this amazing, amazing space for 25 hammocks that we have right now. And people just can find a place where to retrieve, even if it is only for an hour, right? For this guided meditation, it is awesome because people can ground, can detach from work, from their current worries, and earth a little bit, hug the trees, be with nature, listen to the birds, listen to the chimes, to the flutes and all the instruments that we play. It's just glorious to be there. It's really awesome.
Yeah. And there's different packages too. Like if you want to just do a solo hammock experience with the sound of nature,
Yeah.
you can rent a hammock, bring it, come back in the forest and hang out and relax and connect with
Mhm.
nature. Or you can come at the specific times where, well, you still need to book your, it's all on our website
Yeah.
where you can go and book a hammock.
Yeah.
Um,
So we can set it up.
and then we have the guided meditation, yes, and the guided meditations also. So, and like Pierre said, we have 25 hammocks. And last week, I thought it was so special. A group of teachers from a school
Mhm.
rented, did a private. That's what I wanted to tell you also is if you have a group, we also offer private groups meditation. So this school decided to come as part of their staff wellness day. So they came and they had a grand old time in these hammocks, and they were saying, "Oh, I wish I would have known what it was like. We would have stayed longer." So and then the talk was, well, we'll come back before school starts, before at the end of the summer to recharge and reset for the school year. So if you have a staff or a group of friends or something that you want to, a friend's birthday, and you don't know what to do, or this is a great time to be able to offer this. Plus, they get goat kisses, and if there's chicken eggs, they can bring them home, and gypsy and yogi kisses too.
And
Not
also,
us though.
business meetings, right? You can
Yeah,
come in
business meeting. Why not?
with your with your suit and just loosen your tie and take your jacket off, get in the hammocks, get that right side of the brain so you can get into that emotional and intelligence and make the right decisions, the right business decisions, right?
Yes,
I
for
think
sure.
I lost you for a
Yeah,
second.
I
So
lost
your camera
you.
is off. I don't
I
know
don't
what
know
happened.
where I'm at. Here. Okay.
Okay, okay,
So, um, that's a great, also a great thing. If you want, we have a PA system, so you can host a meeting.
right. Uh, I lost you. I don't hear you audio. I don't hear you audio. You lost your audio. I don't know what happened. You muted
Hi.
your okay, you muted your
Hi.
phone probably. Okay. So you were saying you can have a
So,
meeting and what?
yeah, you can have a meeting instead of sitting in chairs. Your staff is laying in the hammocks and having a grand old time connecting with nature.
In the
Your
right
staff
brain.
will be grounded,
The right
will
brain.
be relaxed. Yes. Exactly. Why not? Be creative.
Right.
Be creative, right? Because we are in that creation of
Mm-hmm.
finding new ways. And new ways, a lot of times, is the old ways, the
Yeah.
ancestral ways.
Yeah. You're totally right about
So,
that. I think that this whole situation has allowed us to really connect with the earth, right? Connect with nature, connect with the trees, connect with our families, and have new different experiences. Even for families to just for the friends that we have up here in Moncton and Miramichi and Fredericton, just coming here to enjoy the trees, the hammocks, enjoy taking some time off, renting the cabin, renting the tent with your family, bring the children to experience the goats for a little bit, the chickens, the dogs,
yeah, yeah.
disconnect from the city, get out of the city and forget about your phone, your computer, just fully disconnect. I mean, there's so much that we learn where we are like unplugged for 3 4 days. We allowed our right brain to expand, we allowed our soul to speak, we allow ourselves to connect deeply, and then we can create new memories, create new things that will help us move forward in life. As I was saying before, while you were trying to connect again, we are offering this shamanic apprenticeship. It is a great opportunity for people that always have been saying, "Oh yeah, I don't like my job. I don't know if this is what I need to do in my life, and I feel that I am meant to do something different." And they are sensitive, they're intuitive, and they have all these different talents, and they are not really exploring, taking the time for something like this. And what a great opportunity! I mean, we're doing this workshop, which is not really a workshop, it's many workshops, part of an apprenticeship for people to join us. There's so many tools. Janice and I have learned from so many shamans from Peru. We've gone back and forth to the rainforest, to northern Peru with the twin shamans, to Cusco with the Queros, Don Martin, Doña Vilma, Doña Julia Farfán. I mean, it's so many shamans, Don Benito, Francisco Chura, so many shamans that we've learned and connected with. And all these teachings of many, many years, I've been doing the shamanic practice or got involved since the 90s in Janice, since the 20, what was it, 2010, but she's been doing all this intuitive work for so long. So finally, after all these years of going in training with shamans, we have put this amazing synthesis and summary of doing the 4 directions, but within a spiral, right? This is the sacred, ascending the sacred spiral, because we are all need to get off those concentrical wheels that we are spinning and never using that spiral. We always spinning and kicking the same stone in these 7 circles that we have. And this is a great way of disconnecting the different things that keeps us hostage in doing the same things all the time. And when we go through the concentric circles and we break the bonds, we start connecting the spiral. Once we connect the spiral, we start ascending. So there's a lot of freedom when people do the spiral. They free themselves, they open the channels, so then you can fully move all the energy that you have through your system, and you are available to connect with the divine. You are available to bring this amazing healing for others. You are available to be completely free from your own complexes, your insecurities, all of that. And suddenly you have no more protections that, or no more play playing things that people do because they're insecure, they play it out. So I'm not insecure. And then you feel more natural, more grounded, and you allowed that divine spark to connect with the divine spark of God through that spiral. And then there's that great potential of freeing yourself to become every day more and more enlightened. So this is what we offering is healing tools and also the super highway to heaven to become enlightened. No, so it's awesome. We're so excited that we offer this.
And what I'm more, well, not more, most excited about is that at the end of this apprenticeship, people will have their own vortex, their own visual, and their own tool that they will have built. And I've never realized how important it is to build your own. And on the weekend, we had to build our own sacred wand.
Mhm.
And
This is
it,
Janice's retreat that she did last weekend.
yes, last week and or just this past weekend. So when I was doing this and knowing what is being created for this workshop, and I got a lot of downloads during the last 4 days, or the 4 days I was in that retreat, that I didn't even realize that they were downloads for the preparation of our workshop, our um, retreats. So anyway, I'm so blessed, and it's so much fun to have the male and the female perspective too.
Mhm.
I feel
Yep.
that we can bring that component, although I know I can come across as bossy, right, Lovey?
No, you're the most sweetie person on the earth. Amazing
Yeah, you're just saying
goddess,
that.
divine sacred feminine expression. What are we talking about?
No, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, and yeah. So, I would love to just take a moment and show the people how fun and rewarding or uh it is to be inside the hammocks. I don't know if you can see all of the mosquitoes around
No,
me,
no, the only thing
and
that
they're
I
not
see is your,
inside, they're out.
the only thing that I
Oh,
see is your
stop.
neck. You have to flip the camera.
Stop. Oh my god. Sorry.
So,
Oh.
it's hard to see mosquitoes. I mean, it's you couldn't. Is the camera? Well, there's one, two.
Oh, there's plenty, let me tell you. And
Yeah,
I have a tip for people,
yeah,
because people have been telling me, like, if you put a blanket between the the bottom
the hammock,
and
yeah,
yourself,
fabric, yeah.
well, the mosquitoes won't get through the from outside in, right?
Won't bite
So
you in the butt.
yeah, so bring a blanket and a pillow to
Yeah,
rest your head if you
yeah,
want.
that's important. Yeah.
So
So
sorry about that. I thought my
anything,
camera was
yeah, I know. I said, what's she doing? Is this, she's showing that little special garment that is so meaningful to you and me. Is
yeah,
our wedding ring,
I
basically,
know.
or the
Yeah,
masculine. And we're talking about the goddess, right? So that's the divine,
there
sacred,
you go.
sacred
That,
masculine and
that
sacred feminine. Some,
that's why
that's why you
we'll say
showed
it.
it. Yeah, you were talking about that.
So
That's amazing.
I I would love to bring you to the spring,
Okay.
but before I go down, or get out of this, I'm gonna do the explanation or the why it's so sacred for me, because
Mhm.
I know that when I get to the spring, I'm gonna have to sprint back up. So I won't be able to talk and walk and
Mhm.
squat mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So, but I feel that it's a nice story, and I want to share with the audience that story. So back in 208, I was craving to come back to my roots, and my dad had bought this land from my uncle, which I loved. He's now in the spirit world, but he lived in the U.S. and every summer he would come home. And he's a great uncle, so he would be my mom's uncle. Well, he was the owner of this land. He inherited this from my great grandparents, and this was a farmland. So they had cows, chickens, all the farm animals. They had them on this land. So I was. It was in the middle of winter. He had already departed, and my dad bought this land right before he departed. So my mom and I came snowshoeing to the spring. And I was asking my mom, I said, I feel that I have to do something here, but I don't know what it is. So I was already having that feeling, and I was not in tune like I am now. So to me, I relied on signs. So it's February, and to come to realize that his birthday is in February, and I don't remember if we were here on the day of his birthday or the day after his birthday. But, anyways, it was so special. So, on the way down to the spring, I told my mom, I said, I'm going to ask for a sign. If
Mm.
I'm meant to be doing something on this land, I want to have a sign of some sort. So we get to the spring, and so I'm like, well, I would love to have a sign. And all of a sudden, it's in February. So you can just imagine the sun piercing through the trees onto the snow and into the spring. And the spring is not frozen, obviously, because it's a spring. And in the middle of the spring, there's this glitter, this shiny thing that looks like gold. And I
Silver.
told my mom, I said, oh my God, that looks like, and we were talking in French. So I said, this looks like de l'or. And then when I bent down to pick it up, and then I started to jump around because I was like, Delore, Delore. His name was Delore, but in French, gold is de l'or. But in Chiac, in French, our French, we say de l'or. So to me, if I wanted to have a sign clearer than that, I
Oh,
mean,
yes.
that
Amazing.
was to me in 208. So,
Really
you know,
amazing.
it took a few years after before I purchased the land that the mini home is on, and which is the neighboring lot right beside the spring and fairyland. So anyway, so I was super excited. I kept that rock for the longest time. I kept that rock, and that was my like when you want to manifest something, you need to have visuals, or you
Mhm.
have to have tangible things. Anyways, for
Thank you.
myself, the way I manifest that, how like I need something tangible.
Mhm.
So so that was my sign that someday we would have something very unique and special to honor my ancestors, but also to bring people to honor their ancestors and to connect with their own medicines. And anyway, so that the spring to me is such a crucial, it's like the heart of the center. Like you have the water element is there. And every time I go there,
Yeah.
that's where my great grandparents stored their butter and their milk to provide for their family.
Mm.
So it's such a humble space for me. It's like I can't go closer to my roots than that, where when I walk down to the spring and I drink that water, I know that my great grandparents brought their milk and their butter and the cream from the cows and all of that into that same spring.
To
And
keep
my
it cool,
dad,
right? It was a refrigerator of the family.
yes, yeah, it's
That's
cold,
why
cold, cold.
it's very cold. So
And anyways, what I love about that space too is all when we revive the spring, all the cedar from the fence was still at the exact same place. So my dad kind of lifted the fence and recreated it just like it was.
mhm.
So there's that vivid memory or that visual that brings me right back to, it's almost like I can feel the energy of the animals here. And on the way down, I'll show you, we found a few aluminum tubs that's where they would put water for their cows, and the trees grew because this used to be a field. When I was a little girl, this was a field. It wasn't a forest. So you can see that the tubs are still there and there's trees, and to me it's like, maybe for someone it would be nothing, but to me that has more value than the nicest ring in the jewelry store. You know, I get excited over
Yeah.
finding an old rusted tractor wheel.
Tops
That's
in old shoes.
because it has energy, it has value. What?
In old shoes. We found like 10 pairs of
Old
old
shoes.
shoes
Oh,
from the 80,
when I was
late
I was
1800s, early
buying those
1900s.
shoes,
Yeah, the sole of the shoes.
and listen, they had big feet. Like there's one, I'm sure it was
Right?
size 15. I don't know where he would get his shoes, but they were big shoes.
Yeah,
So I said, wow, those are big shoes to fill, right?
yeah. Maybe boots.
Anyways, I did take a picture of that sole of that shoe because it's huge.
Yeah,
So
Janice.
anyways, all of that, and you can see I get excited and
Yeah. So
very
one thing
excited about that
regarding
when I
le
talk
retour à
about
la
that.
source is the
So
return to the source. No, le retour à la source is a return to the source, return to
yeah.
the primal water. And that's something that connects Janice and I as well, because as soon as I started teaching, my first workshop was called the Return to the Sacred Garden, right? And Janice started with La Retour à la Source. It was pretty much going back to basics, going back to
Yeah.
the fountain of life, to the tree of life. And I was teaching that, and Janice was teaching that. And we have not met each other, but for both of us, the return to the source has so much meaning. It's very meaningful, and it connects us deeply. So you want to give us a tour of the last part of the tour here, or you relaxing in the hammock? There's a delay there.
Gonna get out. I'm gonna show you quickly, and then I'm gonna go up. So you might have to talk, okay? On my,
Yes,
especially on the way up,
because it's a bit downhill.
I
But
know.
anyways, so
You-
I'll bring you
Your
to
camera,
le retour à la source.
your
Oh,
camera
and
froze.
there's a little
Janice, your camera froze.
my camera
Okay.
froze.
Yeah, now you're back.
Okay. So I just noticed this year that there is a golden birch growing right beside the spring. And to me, that reminds me of the soul of my uncle, Dalor, because it's the golden birch. Yeah? All righty. Let's get
Go
out.
for it. Be brave.
All right, I'm gonna flip it.
Yeah, of
There.
course, this is a time during the day that, well, the mosquitoes come in the evening. So I hope Janice is okay. Not so.
And I'm like barefoot.
Oh la la. Oh my God.
And oh, something new too that we have at Innzen. When I saw my toes, it's my daughter Jose. She's offering services here at Innzen.
As an esthetician.
So this is a tub that we found, and we try to leave it pretty much where we found it. So we're planting flowers, and again, there's bottles, old bottles. So honoring the bootlegger in my my ancestry, I guess.
Beautiful
The talking
moonshine.
circle.
Huh? Beautiful, the beautiful moonshine.
Moonshine. Oh yes, yes. And this one, this is a teepee that we created with bamboo. And so to me, that was our little teepee, our seed that we planted, and hopefully sooner than later we will have the big teepee, so that we can all gather together and get some teachings from the native culture, also bringing their teachings here. And right beside it, there's a tub that that was found here, and I think that's like a tractor seat or something that's hidden under the earth. But it's for us to discover what that is, right? Or to imagine what that could be. So we planted orange flowers in this right beside the teepee in honor for all the children that were found out west. And we know that if there's some souls there that were found, or bodies that were found there, we know that there's probably some closer to home. So as a reminder to keep them in our prayers and keep the indigenous people into our prayers also, as they are our ancestors also. Because remember, we would not be here if it would not be for the natives. They've welcomed the Acadians into their lands. So this is the little path to go to the spring. I just love the greens. And I don't know if you can see in the back, there's this like little outhouse to remember that they did not have flushable toilets in those days. We have a little tic-tac-toe game going here. The fairies love to play tic-tac-toe. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm observing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. So you will be welcomed by little Froggy here at the spring. And we have a little bench there to sit and contemplate. You need Raid though, or something, citronella or shield.
Depending of the hour too. You're in the nasty time.
Yeah.
So this is the golden birch that I was talking to you about. And this is the spring. I don't see what you see, so you tell me if I need to.
No, you're right there. Not
So
100% clear.
all of those flowers in the center of the spring that grew is buttercups. They grew organically. And when I searched, what they meant is the flower of the inner child. And that I was so grateful. So this is the spring. And then the little brook that goes down and it reaches the river. So we won't go down to the river because I don't think there's going to be much left of me if I go down. So I'm going to point, and Pierre, if you want to share anything, please do
Yeah.
so as I run up the hill.
Okay. Well, to everybody watching, thank you for watching tonight. This is a little bit of our little haven, little place at Innzen Wellness Center, where we are pretty much immersed in the woods and with farm animals. So it's just beautiful. It's a great way to connect with nature, and there are many, many different services that we offer. We are very happy that we have really taken advantage of this time out where we stopped going to Peru and traveling, bringing our tours and people to go to Machu Picchu and all of that. We basically have focused our energy here at home, and this is what we have created in a year and a half of being pretty much isolated from everything, no traveling and all of that. We have created a little bit of haven in this very grounding area, and we're opening the space for all of you to come visit, to rent a cabin for doing your inner process. If you want to come alone or with somebody else, a couple, there's a space for that, and you can do a inner work with yourself without any guidance. Or if you need any guidance, well, that's also available. I am available for those kind of processes in awakening that inner kundalini. Anybody that wants to do a little bit of yoga, it's a great place to do yoga over here. So many things can happen in this beautiful land. I know people that have come to visit feel the energy of the place. Every year that we do ceremony and prayers is becoming more and more open. It becomes more of a portal, so people can really, really enjoy and take advantage of the beautiful energy that we have here in Saint Ignace. Saint Ignace is only an hour north of Moncton and is a little less than an hour from Miramichi and 2 hours from Fredericton and probably 3 or 4 hours from Halifax, 3 hours and a half from Halifax. So it's not that far for many, and it is just amazing and beautiful. So Janice, anything else that you want to say before we disconnect?
Well, this is a space that we have created for people to feel safe.
Yes.
In order to be able to process, you need to have that safety element. And I think that that is what we have been working on, is to be able to provide comfort and safety for people to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And when we allow ourselves to process and let go, we allow ourselves to grow. So that's the message. But also, all of this could not be possible if I wouldn't have the cooperation of my parents.
Yeah, and that for
And
sure.
I am very grateful
Very
that
grateful for
they
George and
are
yeah,
allowing us
yeah.
to create this space. They probably don't realize to what extent this project means to us, but also means to the clients that come.
Yeah.
That simplicity in the nature will work its magic on you, because that's the intention that we have set for all of you. To whoever feels that heart pull, don't hesitate, reach out. For
Mhm.
the ones that have been on our website to book online and are sending me messages saying, are you really booked till mid-September? The answer is yes,
Yes.
but we are offering group meditation that you can take advantage of.
Mhm.
So instead of coming for 1 hour session on the table, come for many weekly meditation,
Right, right.
because that is also a great self-care
Yeah.
practice.
And
Because
it's
we
not
all know
expensive.
that
It is not really expensive. I mean, you know, and the
yeah,
benefits are
you'll
there.
get a healing. You'll get the healing that you need,
Hmm.
and also meditation is the best medication.
That's right.
So I have to show you this. It's so sweet. Look at Izzy and Uli. They are, Izzy is on her knees eating grass. Are you saying bye-bye? Ah? So typical, they fight over some grass,
It is,
just like kids would
it
fight
is
over.
amazing. It's really amazing. And they are at the end of the rope, right? They are at the end of the
And
rope, and they have to stretch their neck to get the same
yeah, look at the
grass
field.
that they have on the other side.
Yep.
They have to go to the end and
Oh
fight to
yeah.
reach it. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yep. So I think that's it for
You want to show the cabin a little bit, the solo retreat cabin that we offer. Okay, and get closer
so
to the
this is
garden.
where,
Can you get closer to the
oh
garden as well over there?
yeah.
So this is
So
the Buddha garden.
yeah.
We recently had a really nice friend. I got my camera is not working anymore now. Interesting.
My camera?
No, mine. So I am off. It's,
Oh well. It's featuring Izzy and Oli.
yeah, it's time for wrapping it up. I think.
I see you.
You see me frozen?
Yes. I see you. And
Okay.
I'm gonna go in your space.
Okay. There you go. And I am good.
Ah,
There she is coming in.
Oh my.
There is Janice.
Hi. Oh,
Oh, she brought the mosquitoes.
ah, I survived.
Oh my God, you're so warm. I have the what happened in here. Supposedly, I should be coming on the
Ooh.
screen, and it's not allow me. So just get closer and let's say goodbye.
So, ciao for now. And
Ciao for now.
if your heart is pulling in this direction, we will
Yes.
welcome you with open arms and help
Right.
you find whatever you need to find. We don't have the answer,
Oh, there we are.
but we will help you clear your mind, your heart, all the static energy that you might have around you,
Yeah.
so that you can find your own answers. So sometimes a little time out for timing is all you need, and it makes a whole huge difference. And I can speak for myself that having just experienced that is like, wow, life changing.
It
So
is. It's good
you-
for it's good for everyone, for Janice, for myself.
Yeah.
It was really great
Whew.
to see you coming back, all inspired and everything. So I'm very happy for that.
So,
So
that being said,
yes, we say goodbye. Thank you for staying with us. I'm gonna be this video. I'll be adding some little short pictures later on. We're gonna post it today, but I'll do a little homework as Janice was describing the property and add some better photos. I know there was a little glitch with the camera there, but it gives you an idea. And I'll, of course, the Virgo in me says, I'll try to make it better if I can.
and it is
Yeah,
done is better than perfect.
and that's her logo. And I said, no, it has to be perfect. So,
Ciao for now.
ciao for now. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thank you for hanging with us.
Yes.
Bye
Okay,
bye.
ciao.
Ciao.